Hey, what's up, guys? This is Train Instructions here. Welcome back to another fantastic episode I have for you guys in store today. It is finally here. The route that I've been waiting for a very, very, very long time. This is the Amtrak Northeast Corridor. Sorry, my hair is a little messy. I just kind of woke up not long ago. This is the Amtrak Northeast Corridor, Washington, D.C. to Baltimore portion. I'm so stoked to be able to have this route on my computer, right in my own home. I was trying to do some live streams earlier, but due to my internet connectivity, it looks like it's not going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and just record. Now, this is the first time ever I'm playing this game. Alright, well, not the train simulator, but the first time I'm playing this route. Okay? Now, the Washington, D.C. to Baltimore portion of the Amtrak Northeast Corridor is one of my favorite routes. It's also my home route as well. Pretty much where I grew up, learned trains, etc., as well as Corner Rocks, Brunswick, and all that other stuff. But the Amtrak Northeast Corridor is my pride and joy. It's my playground. It's my backyard. Well, it was my backyard and all that stuff. Back when I was still living there. Let me go fix my camera. Oh, boom. There we go. Because my computer's a little tilted, anyways. So, talk about the little route. It's 40 miles to go from Washington to Baltimore. Most of the speed limit will be 125 miles an hour. We're operating Amtrak's Northeast Regional. We have an ACS 64 in the lead, and let's go ahead and take a look at the outside. We have number 615. I already set everything up, but I'll go ahead and run through it again because I was trying to do live stream and go through all the setups and everything. It just was not working at all. So we'll go ahead and start over again. So here's the cab of the ACS 64. We have our console lights on. Everything's good to go. So I'm going to do a brake test, and then we'll load the passengers, and then we'll do a running brake test, and I'll explain what everything is in a minute. So hopefully everybody can hear me better as I was playing around with the audio. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so I got my Amtrak timetable here, 2016 edition. I think that's what I got a while ago, so we'll go ahead and turn to our section, which will be CETC 1. First, we're in Washington Terminals territory, so we'll go ahead and go to Washington Terminals. There's Maryland, Reception Avenue, 6th page. Maybe not. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Setting up everything here. Okay, Washington Terminal, page 215. That's 207. Let's go to 225. 216, 215. There we go. Okay, we're at North Pro First Street. Okay, Single Bridge H in North Pro First Street. That is 15 miles an hour. Library Switching Center, all tracks, 10 miles an hour. Connection with CSX north of New York Avenue and High Bridge. Tracks 40, 42, and 45 miles an hour. All the tracks will be 20. So right now we're in the 15 mile an hour section. So Bridge H at North Pole First Street, which is where we are. Okay. Alright, let's go do the brake test. So I got my parking brake on. So we're in suppression right now. So we have our parking brake on, so that way the brakes are still applied. So that way, because we're on a little hill, so you can see at the bottom we're at a 0.2% grade going downhill. So our train doesn't roll while the passengers are boarding. So we'll go ahead and do brake test. So basically, we're just looking at the brake pipes and make sure that when I control the train brakes and the independent brake or the locomotive brake, that we have air moving. So that way we know that the brakes are responding. So we are released. Like I said, we start with the parking brake applied, so we're not going to roll. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go to suppression. So we're given, we already put looks like 42 psi in the brake cylinder, as we have about good 91 in the brake pipe total. Go release. Release now. My keyboard is a little iffy, just so you know. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put up the independent brake. Full. Alright. Excellent. So brake test is complete. Alright, so let's go ahead and board. So while we're boarding, let's take a look at Union Station real fast before we get going. Even though our door's already closing. So this is Union Station right here. There's the Capitol building, and then pretty much everything else. There's the parking garage you see some couple more pictures from, and then there's all the other tracks. This is the Mark Yard. Over here is the Metro, and they actually did add the Metro stations as well. And you'll see that all the way till we hit New Carrollton. And so we have the lower section as well. And I gotta say, they did a very, very impressive job with Union Station as well. And the parking garage can make it a little better, but you know what? I won't complain. It looks really, really good. Let's take a look inside here. Oh, there's track 16. Pretty decent. I would say that. Oh, there's the entrance. There's an entrance missing here, though. That's for the G gates. And then this is where the conductor's office would be. That's track 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, where this one is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep. And we skip 21. We go 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20, 29, and then track number 30, which is where we put all the extra stuff. So yeah, they did a phenomenal job at Union Station. I gotta say, it's very impressive. So, without further ado, let's get going, yeah? Alright. To proceed, signal location here, Washington Terminal Union Station, K Tower. We have a restricting, so let's expect we have a red signal at the next. So let's go ahead and get rolling. Doors shut, doors are shut. Alright, brakes released. There's parking brake. Here comes the bell. Lights are on. Let's go. And then we're going to do a running brake test. Basically, we want to make sure the brakes are going to respond to our commands while we are moving, so we'll know exactly. And then when we get to New Carrollton, I'll explain some about running brake tests through New Carrollton for southbound expresses. So anything does not stop at New Carrollton. I'll explain that in a minute. So we'll go up to like 10 miles an hour, then we'll do a running brake test there. And then there's our AC motor traction. So this is actually a modification thanks to Fan Railer. Big shout out to him for all his amazing modifications he's done for all these trains. There's K Tower over here, right by that MP36 set. Alright, so it's 10 miles an hour, so we're 0. We go up to minimum. Alright, the brakes are responding. You can see the needle. Alright, running brake test complete for the, we'll say we're Amtrak 178. We'll say we're northbound 178. Alright, there's our restricting, and then when that signal is a slow clear. Okay, let's go. I believe it's a slow clear. I know my signals very well, especially for those who are in PRR territory. I know those very well. CSEC signals I know pretty well. It's the B&O Washington Terminal signals I still gotta work on, but who's to say you can't learn every day, right? Alright, so we're at 15 miles an hour until we hit H Tower, which is this the signal coming up here. That's the H Tower. And then we'll go up to 20 miles an hour, and then when we get to CP Avenue and the signal bridge J, which I'll point out J, which will be the next signal, the J Tower. So this is H Tower, and so as soon as we pass this, they were showing a medium approach in our cap signals. That was a slow clear, I believe. Yeah, it should have been a slow clear. And then the next signal should be a clear. Alright, so this is J Bridge. So we're going southbound, it'll be 15 miles an hour, but since we're going northbound, we're on the northbound track, it is 20 miles an hour. And then from J Bridge to CP Avenue, it will be 45 miles an hour. Alright, there's our signal in the cab. We got it clear. Now we're at 20 miles an hour, so we're going to speed her up. There is Nomad Gallaudet University, Red Line Metro, that's on the right. So as soon as we hit this bridge, or as soon as we go through, as soon as we pass it. There's our alerter. Alright, that is a clear. See how the white dot is right over the green, or the white light is directly over, not to the left, basically, directly over. Now we're good for 45 miles an hour, so we got clear. I'll drop it down. And then our next point will be New York Avenue. So we just got clear at J Tower. And so you see CP Avenue coming up, so now we're good 45 miles an hour, so we're going to speed up here. This bridge right under is New York Avenue, and that's what these signals are here to the right. Those are the Washington Terminal ex-B&O Railroad signals, and you see there's red. So when you're coming southbound on the Northeast Corridor on these two tracks, so right now we're on track 40, should be on 40. So 40, 42. And then right here coming up is CP Avenue. As we get the clear indication, there's our clear, and we'll go up to 95, so now we're going to switch. Here. Page 207, now we begin. So now we're at CP Avenue, and the next waypoint is Andover. Alright, we're good for 95 miles an hour, so just boogity boogity boogity, let's get out of here. Oh, we are type B, so I'm on type E, so we go up to the speeds. Page 202. So between Milepost 133 CP Avenue, we are at 95 miles an hour, then Milepost 133 and Landover at 125 for the B speeds. So then we have curve at Landover. Hey baby. What's up? Okay, what's up? I know. How close are you, Chattanooga? you and your parents. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, that was my girlfriend. See what's going on there. Don't answer your phones while you're driving a train. Alright, so this is the Anacostia River coming up now. So we should be now going into Maryland. Yep, there's the river. And we now left Washington State, or Washington DC. Welcome to Maryland. So now we're at 125 miles an hour. So we hit the curve at Landover, we get down to 110. Or Landover Interlochen, excuse me, 110. 100. We are on track number 2. Alright, so right above us, that was the CSX RFP subdivision. So that goes over to Landover. And then we join up with the orange line at Cheverly, which is what we are. And then there's the Landover subdivision for CSX all the way to the right, and the middle tracks again are the orange line metro. Alright, so there's our restriction for 110. Slow it down to 100. Alright, here's the interlock. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just stay here because we're coming up into New Carrollton about a mile and a half. And then we'll be going to 125 miles an hour. So we get out of this. I'm sorry, 110? We are 110 because we are at B speeds. There's Southbound Regional. Nope. Sorry, Vermont it looked like. Turn on dynamic brakes here, so we'll have to use much dynamic brakes. Okay, I don't know why that symbol was like that. The amphitheaters have the brake modifications. Excellent. We're in Carrollton. We're at. And so for these new modification for the ACS64, I'll go ahead and be on the outside as we depart. Definitely good. Alright, so now we're at a 1% grade, or 1%, excuse me. I'm not talking to you, I'm sorry. Train type B, Carolina over, be quiet. Alright, here is Carroll, interlocking. So you go from 2 to 1 and 3 to 2. Alright, milepost 125 in Carroll is 110. Milepost 107 to 125. 107 being winds. You have a couple of restrictions. So basically, right as we're coming out of the curve, going into Seabrook, Maryland. Seabrook is one of my all-time favorite places. So now the speed limit is 110 for us, even though it says 125. That's for A-type. So there's different types of train speed, especially for Amtrak Northeast Corridor. So you have train type A, which is all high-speed trains with the tilt mechanisms on. So basically your Cell Express, your ACS, or your Avila Liberty that just came out. Anything basically's got a tilt that's on will be A tilt. So we are a B because we are an ACS 64. So, and we don't have any tilt mechanism. So now we go 125 miles an hour. Booyah. 107, and Seabrook, Maryland. Seabrook. And winning. First first up off one. So that's basically Boom City. So now we're good for 125. Yeah, so a lot of the scenery they've done pretty good. Oh, that's what I want to explain. So trains that are going south past New Carrollton that are not stopping at New Carrollton are required to do a running brake test. The reason is because you have Washington Union Station, right? You have tracks that end there, right? So back when the Pennsylvania Railroad existed, they had a GG1 that the brakes failed, right? So the brakes all of a sudden failed. They ended up ramming into Union Station because when they passed New Carrollton, they realized they had no brakes, right? So now they do a running brake test at New Carrollton in case the train's brakes fail or anything like that throughout the route. You know, Washington Terminal has time to prepare for it. So, therefore, track 2. See, I'm at 125, and it says I'm over speed. Alright, state. And then to the right is the CSX Pope Creek subdivision. So the CSX trains actually do go on the Northeast Corridor. They go between Landover and Bowie, because that's where the Pope Creek subdivision is. So basically your coal, locals, and your rock. There's a southbound Mark train. South, so to 115. So we're coming up on this northbound. Let's now go back to 225 to pass that first curve. Alright, so first curve, Monopolis 118. That'll be right when you should be able to try to split it. Maintain 120 as we come up on the split, and you'll see what I mean by the split. So track 1 and then track 2 and 3 will split as you see right here. So we'll actually come back to it. So we're just curving in, and then track 1 is kind of curving out and coming back around. So speed limit for this is And then I believe people are stopping at BWI Airport, so at Grove Interlocking, we'll have to do our crossover. And so that's our alert. So it's just, it goes off every 60 seconds, make sure I'm still alive. I gotta hit Q or I have to generally touch control. So here we are coming into Odenton. I believe we are going to BWI Airport, so we'll know that. But generally, this signal coming up is supposed to change. It's supposed to give me a cab signal. Just give me a clear. Alright, I guess not. But then that signal coming up at 1.6 miles or a mile and a half an hour. So 80. So I guess we are. Alright, so we'll have to slow down here. Odenton, Maryland. Alright, so we're going from track 2 to track 1, and now we'll be on track 1, so our speed will change to 110. There's our cab speed. So cab speed should be 80. Alright, cab speed was not registered yet. But we're going to continue 80 until go back up. There it is. Okay. What is that? Alright, so now we are on track number 1. So we should have about 95 miles an hour. So our speed goes back up to 100. So we're good for 110 all the way. Ah, this is where the split is, where this used to be a 4-track back in the Pennsylvania River days, so they got that right. Awesome. So now we're going down a 1% grade, so I'm going to apply some dynamic brakes here. Airport is 106. Road, we got 110. All the way to 107. No, 107. Still 110. First gear south. 6. There's our 90. So that'll be the first curve south. Southwest BWI Airport. I believe that's runway 10 left. Southbound Regional meet. Now arriving BWI Airport track 1 Northbound. 178. We'll be right. Alright, so a little trick that I've seen done a lot is they put the independent brake all the way up and then they release the brakes. So they release the train brakes but have the independent brake full. So that way they can depart faster, at least, especially if it's really smooth. So we're only going up a 0.1% grade, so it's pretty smooth. Alright, BWI Airport. Doors closed. The BWI Airport is milepost 106.3. So between mileposts. 110. First grade off 106. So the curve of 1 inch is 100. Okay, got it. So this is the motor I was talking about. The motor wind up at least. Dang, they did phenomenal. They did a pretty decent job with BWI Airport, especially the structure, and they got the new building, which I've not been in yet. Too much. So I don't know what that is about. So the capsuling system, access disable, AC disable. I don't know what that's all about. It'll do that like every 5 minutes. Alright, next stop, last stop, Baltimore Penn Station, arriving at track number 6. So, we'll have to really watch our signals. Alright, so that curve for when is we need to slow down to... Or sorry, 100. Our speed limit is already at 100. So after this curve, we can just hold that 100. Alright, so we'll go here at 100. Man, it's already 6. My time, not the simulator time. Alright, there's a here's Winds. So as soon as we pass Winds, we can go back up to 110. And here's Halefort, Maryland. Looking up 81% grade. Wow, we did a nice job with the Halefort. Alright, so track A is 60 miles an hour, and we're not on track A, but that's track 2 on the right. So there's A1, which is what we are on, and then 2. Back to 105 miles an hour. So throttle down. Alright, we're going to run into the bridge, a mile plus 175 miles an hour. And then that curve is 70. Alright, so this is Route 1 again. And we're now riding Baltimore. Now to the right is actually my doctor's office. It's John Hopkins. It's that building back there. It's behind that building. That's John Hopkins. That's where I went when I was in Baltimore for my doctors. I watched races all the time. Coming to the curves, 70s, first curve on Frederick Road, 70 miles an hour. Where Frederick Road it was. So, alright, all the way to bridge. And that first curve south the bridge is 50 miles an hour. Track A is 30 miles an hour. Track A. Fulton Bridge will be 80. Alright, because we're going through the interlocking, so we gotta go from 1 to 2. We will have to go ahead and sort of go to 30 actually. We should have a limited clear or medium clear at least. Okay, that's no signal. Alright. Alright, so then we will report that to CETC 1, which is our dispatcher. Let them know that that signal is out. Our cabs still at clear and 30. That curve at Fulton, it's 40. It's supposed to be 45, but that's for trains with tilt active. We don't have tilt active, so that's A, but we're B speed. So we'll just stay at 30. South Limit Charles and interlocking and Fulton to Charles basically is Baltimore Penn Station. Alright, we have an approach signal, so we gotta look out for the next signal, which might be a red signal. And here's Baltimore B&P Tunnel, so Baltimore Potomac Railroad. Where this is B&P Tunnel, so we're going to turn on. And here we turn on this light, so you can see the tin. And so we'll be going down a 1.1, basically a 1% grade the entire time we get into Baltimore. Where we'll be in Baltimore is right next to the harbor. So therefore, we're going to go down. So right now we're like kind of above everything right now. So DC and Baltimore, they're both at sea level. So when you get between DC and Baltimore, because Baltimore is the inner harbor, and then DC is basically on a swamp or on old ancient swamplands. We'll have to go uphill, then we're going downhill. So that's basically essentially what we're doing right now. Alright, so we had approach last time, so now we gonna have to, man, I can't speak today. Going to have to, here we go. Stop at this signal, slow it down for it. Yeah, it's red. So we got red signal at the 97, and we'll call CETC 1, let them know. See what's going on. Alright, so in case the train coming, turn my shit's off. Alright, so let me go check the map and see what's going on. Looks like we have a westbound. This is our track, so nothing should be really impeding our track, unless this guy starts to go. But he's got a red signal too. It looks like we're lined. Well, we're not lined. So we're at this red signal. Maybe we're going to have to wait for him. I don't know. Let's find out. But there's a yellow right behind him, so maybe we're going to go on 7 instead of 6. I don't know, because we're told we're supposed to go on 6. Right? Yes, we're aligned to 6. And he gave our blue route. I don't know. He's departing now, so let's wait for him to pass. And we shall find out. So he's got clear. He's clear. He's clear. He's clear. Okay, maybe that's who we're waiting on. But that's weird. I've never seen that before. He's on the way, so guess we'll just have to wait. Actually, he should be coming here soon. That's actually pretty cool. Take a screenshot of that. Alright. South limits of Charles, interlocking, and Fulton, 30 miles an hour. South limits Paul and Charles, basically Baltimore Penn Station. Number 6 and 7 tracks are 30 miles an hour track. Number 1, 3, 4, and the F track is 15 miles an hour. So we'll be on either track 6 or 7, so we'll be going at 30. We'll wait for whoever this train is to come. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying this so far as well as I am. I'm just very impressed by the details, the graphics, and just everything that Train Simulator has definitely put into this, or at least Dovetail and DTG. And I want to give a big thank you to them for finally making this route. Now, about right here is where the tracks are kind of iffy in real life. They're kind of go on a little side curve and come out and go back in. So basically, it's called a gauntlet track. So basically, any high wide trains you have, they need to take a curve wider so that we don't hit anybody on the other track. They added a gauntlet, which is basically another set of rails in that rail to make the train go a little bit wider. So I believe they took that off. So yeah. So. Yeah, well, here comes the other train now, so as soon as he passes us, maybe we'll get a signal. Oh, that's weird. I don't think I've seen that before. Yeah, that signal's so red over there. So we'll wait till he passes. See what happens at the 97. So we're at milepost 97. So basically, these are automatic block signals. Here's how you can tell because of the number boards on the bottom. So this lets us know we're at milepost 97, right? So even number, so 97.0 is north, and then 97.1, which will be on the other side, is south. So we're on the outside to go show. Go fast. So 97.1, so that's for southbound. So he's got the clear signal. Here it comes now. And hopefully we can get this signal. If not, I'll go ahead and request permission, which I can do that on here. Basically, you hit the tab button. I guess not. Alright, so let's put in tab. Alright, request to pass signal danger crew, so we're going to go ahead and proceed. Alright, so we do have permission to go through, so we're going to take the restricting. So it should be 20, so the CAS signal will change down to 20 areas. And then we're going to prepare to stop at the next signal, which that would be Charles. So still going that 1% grade, excuse me. I gotta go look at that. Time is flying. Next signal will be still a red, so I'm not to request that. So I have to do a stop and proceed. So yeah, they'll have to fix that. Dovetail, you're gonna have to fix that, and then definitely fix that signal at bridge. The one that wasn't displaying, and then the one in Carrollton as well. I was playing a red or a yellow, which is not a signal. Alright, there we go. We got an approach. Let's go ahead in. Alright, so we're still going to track 6, so like I said, I had no idea what that was all about. Alright, here's Charles, and then Paul's the next block to go around. Wow. Yeah, that looks exactly like Baltimore Penn Station. There's a mark over there on track number 4. So Baltimore Penn Station, there is no track number 2. There is no track number 2 at all. It goes the light rail, then 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, which we're on 7. And we arrived at Baltimore's Penn Station. On the AC 64. Alright, so that will be it for this awesome video. Now, my opinions on this route are absolutely phenomenal. Dovetail did an amazing job at making this route. And DTG as well. They did an amazing job making this route. I'm very, very impressed. The scenery is exactly how it is. Shoot, they even got the thing right. So let's go around Baltimore Penn Station real fast. Yeah, that looks to be about right. There's the station. Yeah, it's Baltimore. It's fairly accurate. Yep, Penn Station's accurate. Yeah, they nailed it. There's the light rail. There's the curve. There's the well, that's supposed to be a Rainbow Bridge, but still, the architecture is really good. They did a nice job on the light rail. Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. The only thing is just minor things, signaling, cab signals as well. This is a different locomotive. This is the one from the New York, New Haven, excuse me. Just because this has got the modification for the sounds and the physics from Fan Railer. But I've not tried out the actual one that Dovetail made, nor the Acela, so I'll have to give those a shot, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would definitely give this a 9.5 out of 10. The only 0.5 that I'm not going to give is just for minor detailing, so like I said, signaling, just a little tiny bit of the texture, but everything else is just phenomenal. I'm extremely impressed. this is the entire CETC 1 section of the Amtrak Northeast Corridor from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore Penn Station. The speed limits they nailed. The only thing I want to say, especially for the speed limits, is that these are all train type A speeds. So basically all high-speed train sets that have tilting mechanisms. That's what these speed limits are for. They're not made for train type B and all that stuff, because I have to use my actual timetable to determine what curves I need to go at what speed, etc. like that. And then MARC would be included as train type B, as prescribed here. So I'll even read you the different train types, right? Train type A refers to high-speed train sets, HSTs, with tilt system active, which we are not. So we are train type B. So train type B refers to 1, high-speed train sets with tilt system disabled, and 2, trains consisting exclusively of HHP8s, AEM7s, ACS64s, P40, P42s, P32 ACDMs, or P32 BWH engines, and Amfleet Horizon Capital Corridor cars, long-distance baggage cars, ranging from 61,000 to 61,084. Mark III control cars, and Mark IV as well. This is the older one. This is before the multi-levels were here. So the Mark III control cars, or a U.S. Department of Transportation test car, DOTX 216. Right, and then it goes down to C, D, E, and F. So basically, those are the train types that cannot exceed B, and then so forth. So yeah, this timetable I got just recently. I got on online, and so pretty much this is accurate, especially up to date train sets. But there will be another one coming out for 2021 for the Available Liberties, and I'm so stoked for the Available Liberties. I have not seen them yet, so hopefully I go see them. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This will be up as soon as I can. This is the first look of Amtrak's Northeast Corridor, Washington, D.C. to Baltimore on Amtrak's ACS 64. Till next time, this is Training Productions. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.